Right, Adam, it's good to speak to you. Obviously, I know you through TikTok, where you've now got 40,000 followers and 500,000 likes, at least 500,000 likes. So, do you want to tell people what you do on there?
Yeah, so back in October, I think of last year, um, I thought about just joining TikTok and making these like videos where I share tracks that I think people have heard but don't quite know the name
Yeah,
of really. Um, and then it started off with me just in like a black hoodie and like this fluffy jacket. I put sunglasses on. I just like
yeah,
bobbed my head to it. And then I thought, right, these videos could be better than this. So I've got that blue and white flowery shirt that
yeah,
some of the people might have seen, and thought, right, I'm just going to dance to these tunes now. And then people's, I think the second video got like 100,000 views or something daft like
yeah.
that.
If you think you're getting away, I will prove you wrong. I'll take you all the way.
Mad.
So I just thought, I'm just going to carry on making these now, and then
Yeah,
from there it's kind of like blown up. So it's good
yeah,
for quite a lot of things really. Like it's good for promoting my music, and then it's good for promoting other people's music as well. So
yeah,
it's kind of like center point for like house tech, techno. I've got some trance tunes in there.
yeah.
I
Cool
think I've
blend.
got, yeah, I think I've got some disco in there as well.
Yeah,
So it's just a place really for like any kind of like dance music to come together, and I can like share these tunes with people.
yeah, definitely. I mean, my playlists are all full of Adam cutting videos now as well,
Yeah.
definitely. On the TikTok thing, you and Navos became mates through there, didn't you, by playing the Believe Me track?
I've known Navos through like watching his lives. He did a few little lives when Believe Me was kind of circulating on TikTok. I think he was trying
Yeah,
to like get his name out there. And I think people knew the track as it was a trending sound, but they didn't quite know who it was. So
yeah,
I think Navos saw me in his one of his little lives and said, "Oh, put Believe Me on in your video," and I was like, "Oh, definitely, mate. Yeah, this I
yeah,
know. I love this." And then I think that video got like 1.4 million views, which
yeah,
was like I was like, how have I done, like how has this happened? Like,
yeah,
and then I was really glad that like people could find Navos's tune, because obviously it's a class tune. I don't think people
yeah,
really knew who it was by. And then obviously like it was already, everyone was gonna like be sharing this tune around.
yeah,
Uh, so for him, like I'm really happy for him, and it's like it's gone all the way now. What is it, like 25, 24 in the
25. Yeah.
yeah,
And
mate,
it's
he's
had
done so.
over 14 million streams, I think, or something mad on Spotify.
It's
Yeah,
insane,
it's
like
madness.
bits for him.
Having over 500,000 likes on TikTok, what does that feel like?
Uh, I didn't honestly, mate. Like, I didn't expect it. Like on TikTok, I think just because it's such an easy place for people to watch videos. Like
Mm,
on YouTube, you're clicking through videos trying to find them. TikTok, you just come across
yeah,
random videos. So I think it's quite a good way to like capture an audience, really.
yeah,
So I was seeing a lot of similar videos to it. Like I'm not like the first person to make like these 5 tracks. I saw other people doing it, but I
yeah,
just thought there's a little gap in the market to sort of share tunes that um, people or like remixes of tunes that people know, and
yeah,
then obviously it's helped other people out on SoundCloud that are trying to
yeah,
get the tunes out. So yeah, it's just a sick little project to help myself and other people as well.
yeah. And the tracks that you're putting on, they're not mainstream, are they? Normally, there's like all different types of music on there.
Yeah, yeah. So there's some tunes that I put on there that obviously people know quite well.
Yeah,
Um, but then people who know the house and techno and stuff will be like, oh, that's a well known tune. But
yeah,
then there'll be other people who won't have heard that type of music before and think, oh,
yeah,
something I want to get into really.
yeah,
So it's just like a way to help people sort of maybe listen to new music that they've never heard before, and then also
Yeah,
help
definitely.
out with the names of the track as well.
Yeah, like that Blair video you done yesterday. That's like all
Yeah,
5 songs are in my playlist now, I think. So
yeah.
yeah,
Bel
it's
Air's
decent.
a bit. I think like he's well known in like house and tech, but if you
Yeah,
don't really listen to that like that much, then it's new for people. So
yeah,
it's just
definitely. So on your TikTok, you put "Wish You Well" on there, your song, and that's
yeah,
done really well as well, hasn't it, on SoundCloud? So how did
yeah.
that come about?
So I remember that the original tune like going around on TikTok as a bit of a like a bit of a meme. I think like some famous TikTokers were using it to I don't even know what they were doing, to be honest. I think they were just saying like someone's valid or something like I don't know
Yeah,
exactly the detail, but it was quite a catchy tune. I thought like, how could I turn this into a trending sound on TikTok that's kind of in line with what I'm trying to do?
yeah,
So I got the track and I layered like a drum and bass beat over the top, and then I remember just putting the track over one of my videos, and I said like, when drum and bass fans
yeah,
are at a house party and then they hear like a drum and bass drop coming in, and then it like
yeah,
drops it like, oh, this is sick now.
I know it's wrong, but I just gotta be honest. Pick me up, don't know if it's what I need, but it's what I want, gotta got for me. Yeah. All in all, I don't wish you well. When you ain't with me, I want you crying. I know it's wrong, but I just gotta be honest.
yeah,
And then I had like a lot of people saying, oh, can this be released? And I was like, well, it's not even a full track. It's just like 8 bars of this
yeah,
sample. So I thought here's an opportunity to turn the track into a bootleg. So I asked my friend Ewan Gillespie, who is his DJ name's Graham, and I
yeah,
was like, mate, can you help me out on this track? Well, we've got like maybe like a week to try and release this track so people still remember it. So after that week, we put together 2 tracks because people were asking for like a Rollers remix, and some people just wanted it how it was. So kind of shared ideas. Ewan did more of the Rollers version, the heavier version,
yeah,
and then I stuck with the one that was more for the general listener, really. So, and then from there, once I released it, I made a couple of videos to show it was released, and then I think it was on a video on Lad Bible as well, so that really
yeah,
helped me out. But I didn't really expect anything of it, to be honest. That was just one of those things. It was just one off and it blew up.
yeah,
So it was class, really, for me and
yeah.
Ian as well.
So another one of your songs is "Departed" as well, isn't it?
So with that, I was looking through like old R&B tunes, and I found it's Brandy right here, I think, in
Yeah,
brackets, and I thought, oh, she's got such a good voice here. How could I turn this into like, it's like organ house, with Navos'
yeah,
tunes
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of around. So I put in this vocal sample. I thought I'll put a beat on it and then some chords and then a classic organ. And I think it was just really catchy. And then I put that in a video with the Navos Believe Me
yeah,
video. And that's done really well as well now. So
yeah.
hopefully I'll be getting that on Spotify in the next sort of maybe month and a half.
There's a time for crying, and the world is done silent. So when the clouds about to party, you'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. You'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you.
So the music you make, is that on Ableton? Is it on?
Yeah, all on Ableton. Yeah, so I was looking when I first started producing back in the first lockdown. I was looking at like Logic and the other ones, and I think Ableton's the one I want to master, just
Yeah,
because once you get into the swing of Ableton, it's a really good place to use all their audio effects and things like that. The structure, it just works better, I think, for me anyway. And yeah, so my first track, I remember, not that good at all, but I just wanted to get it out there, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
just to see what people thought of it, so then I could get feedback. I think it's important when you're producing is not to sort of fear what people think too much. Like everyone's got to start somewhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Better just to get your track out. People don't like it. You know, it's not deal.
Yeah.
Like try again. There's no. Everyone when they started producing made terrible tracks for sure.
Yeah.
No one first made a track and was like, this is a well maybe like 1 in 500 million or whatever.
Yeah, maybe Carl Cox or something.
Yeah. But like, it's just from there you'll see the difference from my first track and the tracks I'm going to release now. There's a big sort of shift in the way I make my music. From I remember using Splice a lot, which is like a big database of samples that a lot of people use. But that kind of takes away how authentic the track is. If you're using loads of samples, you know, it's not really. It kind of shifts from your work to just being an assembly of other people's work, basically.
Yeah.
So now I've moved on from that over the year I've been producing now to sort of make my own sounds, my own sound design, and like make my own drum patterns, obviously, which is an important thing in house music. Like you want your sound to be really noticeable. So you hear a song, you're like, oh, that's Carl
That
Cox.
sounds like,
yeah, or that's Archie Hamilton, that's Chris Stussy. You'll know straight away just from the sound you use, which is what I'm trying to work towards, to be honest. But that takes a long time.
Yeah, but especially with like MK always has that rolling piano in the songs as well. You normally know it's him, don't you?
Yeah, and like I think with a Navos tune now, if you listen to like his top 3 tracks, they're all kind of similar. They've all got that kind of like, they've got organ, they've got like that nice female vocal, and then he's got like that nice slow like pumping bass and snare that works so well.
Going forward, is there like a direction you want to stay in?
To be honest, I would my main genre of music that I like producing the most is like deep minimal tech. That's sort of the music I listen to the most. I think that's kind of like grips me the most. But on the odd occasion, like when I'm feeling like, oh, I want to listen to something really heavy, I'll just put like I'll crank the BPM up, find like a nice kick, and then just, you know, layer a nice bass line and some chords. It honestly just depends on how I'm feeling. But recently, I want to move into making like summery deep tech sounds that you'd listen to like in a festival, sun shining, drinking, and, you know, that kind of vibe. Definitely. So hopefully just before summer I'll have this like collection of songs that I'll be able to release, and hopefully I'll be able to use in my gigs and things.
Yeah. Who are your favorite DJs, Adam? Like, who are your big like inspirations?
My favorite DJ for a long time was Alan Fitzpatrick. I loved We Do What You Want. I think everyone loved that tune when it came out. That was such a, you know, that like riff is just so memorable. And then I loved Salado for a while, and Combat, and then Dennis Salter I loved for a long time. I still do. I still love all these. I don't listen to them as much anymore. I've had like a shift in the sort of music I've listened to. Yeah. So Bicep, Fortet, I love. What else? So Chris Stussy, Yoko, Archie Hamilton. That's kind of the route that I'm down at the minute. Also love like Patrick Topping and all like Trick Label stuff. But then like techno as well, like Charlotte DeWitt or however you say it. And then Ketama, I love. So I've got like this broad range of stuff that it could be. I listen to all sorts of stuff, you know, like it just depends on how I'm feeling, to be honest. Um,
That reflects in the music you make though, because there's like a big, like there's different types of music you make as well.
Yeah, that's how I've kind of wanted to reflect it. So the music I listen to, I'm kind of like want to kind of like bring it together in my tracks to kind of create my own sound. Hopefully you'll see over the next like few years of me producing. I've got like loads of ideas. It's just a case of sitting down and actually doing it. I'm at uni at the minute as well, so I've got my degree that I'm trying to do on the side. So I've just got all this stuff like in the way of me wanting to produce music. So once I finish my degree, I can properly like get down to it. I mean,
what are you doing at uni?
I do construction engineering, but
Oh dear.
yeah,
So is that a backup plan of the music?
Basically, yeah. At sixth form, I was like, what do I want to do? What can make me money? And I thought like I was quite good at design and technology and that kind of stuff. So I thought I'll go into construction and see what can come of that. But then I've obviously always had this passion for music. So I realized once I did a placement year in construction, I was like, 9 to 5 isn't for me now. I want to do music. That's the thing I most enjoy.
Yeah.
And if I can eventually make like a decent living out of it, then it'll be happy days. Yeah, I'll be living the dream, bro. Exactly.
Yeah. So what's the plan for this year, for 2021?
This year I'll be so releasing my music is my main thing. I'm focusing just on producing at the minute. I haven't got that many gigs lined up. I've got a few things lined up in Newcastle when there's a few more events kicking off and things, but nothing's set in stone. So at the minute I'm just focusing on getting my tunes out, having like a good bank of tunes that I can send off to labels and things and just sort of progress from there, just constantly like build my name up through TikTok and things. So it's just a steady process at the minute for me, really.
Especially with COVID, you've got to wait, haven't you?
Yeah, it's just a waiting game.
Yeah, definitely. Right, that's it then, Adam. Appreciate you coming on and speaking to me.
Cheers, bro. No worries. Thank you very much.
Cheers.